Hi everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. So today we are discussing question number 50 from the ISS 2026 Statistics Paper 1. And before solving the question, let me tell you something important about the ISS examination. Paper 1 frequently includes the question from the numerical analysis, and among them numerical integration is one of the favorite topics, and the examiner generally provides a table of the function values instead of an explicit function and checks whether you know the which numerical formula to apply and how to substitute the values correctly. And today's question is an excellent example because it combines the concept, formula, and the careful calculation. So let's solve this step by step. Consider the following table. This is the table, and apply the Simpson's one-third rule with 4 equal subintervals to estimate the area bounded by the curve and the x-axis from x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. If the area is capital A, then what is 2520A equal to? And there are 4 options. Okay. So basically, first count the number of the intervals. The points are 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 1. So the number of subintervals n, this is 4. Width of each interval h, this will be 1 minus 0 by 4. So this is 1 by 4. Now, whenever you see the Simpson's one-third rule, immediately check one thing. Is the number of the subintervals even? So here n is 4, which is even. So Simpson's one-third rule is perfectly applicable. And this is one of the quickest checks in the competitive examinations. Okay. So what is the formula? So notice the beautiful pattern. First and last values coefficient 1, odd indexed values coefficient 4, and even indexed interior values coefficient 2. Right? The students often confuse the Simpson's one-third rule with the trapezoidal rule. So remember, trapezoidal rule, the coefficients are 1, 2, 2, then 2, 2, 2, and last is 1. And the Simpson's one-third rule, the coefficients are like 1, 4, 2, 4, 1. Okay. So a simple memory trick is 1, 4, 2, 4, 1. Whenever there are 5 equally spaced points, this pattern immediately comes to mind. Okay. Now, from the table, y0 equal to 1, y1 this is 4 by 5. Just write the values. Now substitute into the Simpson's formula. So A is equal to now simplify the one part at a time. So first 1 plus 1 by 2, this is 3 by 2. Now 4 by 5 plus 4 by 7. So this is 48 by 35. Okay. And multiply by 4. So this gives us 192 by 35. Now 2 into 2 by 3. This is 4 by 3. So A will be equal to 1 by 12 into 3 by 2 plus 192 by 35 plus 4 by 3. Okay. Now add the fractions. Look, 3 by 2, 192 by 35 and 4 by 3. Take the LCM of 2, 35 and 3, which is 210. So now 3 by 2, this is 192 by 35. This is 1152. And here 4 by 3. This is 280. Okay. So now add 315, 1152, 280. So this will be 1747 by 210. So this is 1747 by 2520. So therefore 2520A, this is 1747. Right? So come to the options now. Yes, option number C. So option number C is the right answer. Okay. Now, why is Simpson's rule generally more accurate than the trapezoidal rule? Do you guys know that? The trapezoidal rule approximates each small interval using a straight line, whereas Simpson's rule approximates the curve using a quadratic arc and parabolic arc basically. And since many smooth curves resemble parabolas more closely than the straight line, Simpson's rule is usually much better to estimate. Okay. And this is why in the numerical analysis, Simpson's rule is often preferred when the function is smooth and the number of the subintervals is even. Okay, so we have solved this question beautifully. So see you in the next session, guys. Bye-bye.